Good morning.
So let's, yeah, good morning. So we are much more people this morning. We're going to start with the front end today, doing some HTML and CSS and also some JavaScript tomorrow. And then on Friday, you will have React. That's another front end part also. But today we're going to start with pure HTML. And the examples I will be running will be on Visual Studio Code. So for those of you that want to use it, I'll show you. We have today's state here, and you see we have some examples of editors that you could use. So I will be using this Visual Studio Code. There's also something called brackets, for example. There's a lot of editors you could use, actually. You could use Notepad if you want to. That should also work. And for trying out just the HTML small thing, you could do it also on the W3 Schools page. They have a small try it editor there also, but I would recommend you to go for this Visual Studio Code. So if you're not used to it or don't have it on your computer, please install it also. So this morning we're going to make sure that you can start also. I have Visual Studio Code installed on my computer, and oh my God, it looks like this when you start it empty. This Visual Studio Code, actually, it works for a lot of different programming languages. HTML is not the programming language, it's yeah, we could have a look actually on what HTML is. You have some good links here in the Teams for beginners. So I like this W3 Schools. That is really explaining and is easy to understand. We also have some Pluralsight links all for you to watch also. But if you have a look on this W3 Schools, you will end up here in this page, and you could choose like Learn HTML, for example, inside here. And that is it's going through a lot of different. You will also see here what the HTML stands for. It's the hypertext markup language. So it's just for presenting text or text on screen, but there's a lot of built-in functionality to it, so the web browsers could present it not just like text. So if you go back to this this Visual Studio Code, what is good also with this that you could download extensions that could help you with running your code, for example. So you should select one folder to work in. You could have like if you open one folder from inside here, all your files will end up in that folder. So I'm just having a folder opened. So I have created an empty folder named HTML just under C on my hard drive. So all I will create inside now will end up in this folder. So it's pretty easy to use. So for example, if I want to create an HTML page, I just go for new here and enter the name of the file I want to create. So test HTML, for example. You will end up with an empty file, so it's there's probably also possible to get some templates and so on, but we're going to do it from scratch. So an HTML document will have elements inside, and around each element you have this, what are they called? Angle brackets or something like that. But in the top you always have this doc type telling you that it's an HTML document. And you will continue with all these bracket things. So you will have an HTML element. So you will have like the starting of the element, and then you have this, oh, sorry. We'll have this end with this slash. So when you're doing HTML, so everything that's inside this HTML element is what you are using. So with you fill it up with the different elements. So for example, you will have an head element. That is actually the top of your of the list of your web browser actually. So if I do a title inside here, for example, I could say my cars. I always end up with the cars. And this, I could run this already now. I'm going to right click here on this file I created. And then I have this option with open with live server. I'm not sure if this is an extension or not, but this means that you could run your code and your web browser side by side, and it's updating all the time. So whatever you write in this HTML document, it will show you on the screen. So anyone is live server an extension? I know there's a few experienced users among you, so is live server something that you need to install? So it's an extension, yeah. So you will have like in the menu here, you have something called extensions. And you will be able to search for extensions. You will see I have a lot of extension installed here. So let's check, do I have this live server? There it is. So this is the extension for the live server. So you could search for extensions. So you just type in your name in the search field up here, and you could search for live server and then just install it. So there are tons of extensions for this Visual Studio Code for different languages and so on. But I think this live server feature is this is a nice one. So if I go back to my page again, so if I right click on this when I have installed the live server and I do open with live server, this will end up here. You don't see anything about the white screen, but you see in the top it says my car. So that is the head section of the HTML document. So now if I do like this, I will have them side by side. I was using this Windows button and the arrows, so you could have them side by side. So now everything I write inside here should end up automatically on this side. So if I have something, everything that is inside in this white section is called the body. So I will need to add a body element. So everything that is inside body will be visible on this, or visible, but inside this section. So I could do like a text here with an doing like an H1 element. That's an header with a size. So it's I could name it my cars, and you will see my cars end up on the page right away here. So so everything I do here will be pop up on the page all the time, please. Because it's having something let's see if it's, yeah, you see there's something called autosave also. So you don't even have to save it manually. So everything you type in the document will be saved and shown on the web screen. So I would recommend this live extension, live what is it, live server. So that's easy to use. So I have my cars here, and maybe I want to present some cars. I could use an unsorted list element. So you will see there's a lot of elements that you could use, and you have them all in this link that we have on the Teams. So you can try it out with the different types of things that we have, different elements. So this is an unsorted list UL, and inside I could have like more elements, like a list item, for example. And this would be like an Volvo 245 GLT, and you see it ends up here in the page. So I could add like more elements here, list items, and just having different names here. We add one more here also. Like that. So you will see that this is easy to use, and it's fun to use with a live server. So you see the results right away. So you could have a lot of things here. You could actually add like, let's see if I'm correct here. We could have like some styling on each element. There are different ways to style it. So you could have it like a style directly on your element. You could have a, what is it called, inline style in this document, or you could have like a CSS file with all the styling in a separate file with a called cascading style sheet. So we could go for a style on this. Let's say this my cars, for example. You could go with style right away, telling that this is equals to color. You will get a lot of help from Visual Studio Code with the possibilities you could choose from. I could say color blue here, for example. So you will see it's changing to blue text over there. You could also have the style like setting a style for up here in the header, or head actually. So we could say that, for for example, style. Let's see that I'm doing it correctly here. Style, yeah, we could do it like telling that H1 have that it's complaining about something. Maybe I did it wrong. Yeah, I tried color equals to red, brown. You will see that this is not happening anything. It's not happening here. And that is because you have this style here. So if I remove this, making it a normal H1, just copying some code here. So you could use the same commands as in Visual Studio for control plus K plus C will change your, so it's commented away the code or the HTML script. You see now when I remove this color styling from this specific element, this style is is used. So if you have a style on a separate element, it will override the other setting. And I mentioned also that you could have like the style in a separate file if you want to. And it's called CSS. So I could go here and create a new file, name it test.css, for example. I get an empty file here, and I could add like this styling element that I had, H1 here, and telling that the color something different. Could use green, for example. Short reuse. What is that a color? Yeah, maybe it's green at least. I think I write it green, so it's more obvious. So I could use this style from this CSS file if I want to, but I need to tell the document that I'm using it. So I need to, excuse me, I need to tell that I'm using it by adding another element, telling that I have a link here. And this is, let's see if I get some help here. I thought this. I'm having a style sheet, and I have an href to this file. Now it's popping up with some help at least. And you see I have this CSS file I'm going to use. So this is now, where did it? I have some problems here. Yeah, I'm missing the end of this. And now it's not complaining about anything, but you see I still have this brown color because I have this style. So this is overriding the external style sheet. So there's like a rule. So if you have a style on any specific element, that goes first, and then you have this inline style, and finally you have this CSS style sheets. So if I take away this section with the style, you will see I get this from the style sheet instead. And it said that we should use the green color. So do we have any questions? Easy to use. I like this Visual Studio Code. It's you really get this. It's fun to add these elements in code, so you will see the results right away. We're gonna do some more of the lunch. I just want you to be started with maybe having this Visual Studio Code if you want to, or if you have an other editor that you prefer, it's okay to use that also. But we're gonna do all the examples in the Visual Studio Code. And I like this live server extension also. It's easy to use. Are you still there? The silent class?
Yes.
Yes.
You are there. Perfect.
Yes.
Do you have any questions on this?
Not at this moment.
Okay, so have you tried to download this Visual Studio Code yet, or?
Yes, we did. I did.
Okay, you did at least.
Yeah.
So try to install it, and it should work right away. There shouldn't not be any problems with it. There could be just the problems with the extension sometimes to get them to work or run right away, but you could add some questions in the chat if you have some problems with getting it started. Otherwise, we see you again at 1 o'clock. We try to extend this a little bit more. So you please use the W3 schools if you are new to HTML. That is a really good page, and easy explanations also. So if you don't have anything, please start up with the work, and we see you at 1 o'clock.
Okay, see ya.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.